Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you are listening to High School Hoops with our hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Steger.
Hey everybody, welcome to High School Hoops episode 48. Very excited to talk to Jake this week about the status of high school basketball. But before we get to that, I'd like to do a big shout out to a couple of our sponsors, a couple of ways you can help us out too. Dr. Dish, the most innovative shooting machine on the market, second to none. Make sure you go over and check them out. Mention Coach Unplugged. Like I said, we own two of them, Coach Unplugged or High School Hoops, and they'll give you $300 off your next purchase. Also, it is that time of year, coaches, or depending on when your season starts, 3 to 4 months out from the beginning of the season. It's a great time to go join teachhoops.com. Office hours, one-on-one calls. You know, it's the community itself there's nothing like it. If you email me, boom, I will get back to you. So go over and check it out. It's a great way to help us keep the lights on here at High School Hoops. Also, if you're going to do any of that Christmas shopping, go over to our Amazon affiliate. It doesn't cost you anything. It's kind of like we get a small affiliate if you use our link and then go buy something on Amazon. Helps us out, helps us with our hosting fees and all those kind of things. It's kind of like, doesn't cost you anything more. It's kind of like a travel agent. But go over and check it out. That's a great way to help us. And let's head off to the podcast. All right, welcome to High School Hoops, episode 48. All right, this week I'm gonna let you take it, Coach. What's the topic this week?
Well, you know, we're not really into season mode yet. We're in August now, and you know, these are kind of the couple weeks we take off. I'm going to be going up in Minneapolis to visit my brother and do some things, just some personal things and so forth before I start thinking about the game of basketball. But how do you feel of the status of the high school game now as we look at it right now in 2019? What are your thoughts on the game overall?
Well, I would say in the state of Wisconsin, I think it's good. I think here's my issue with the high school game is I think there's a lot of movement and a lot of noisy people out there that are trying to make it like the collegiate game and the pro game. And my argument to them, and I'm going to tell them, is stop. You know, if something works, you don't have to fix it. You know, if my toilet's working and it's flushing and I'm not paying too much in water, why would I replace it? I'm not going to. So I just think that there's this huge movement like new, flash, new. I think the status of high school basketball is really good right now. I have no problem with people that have the shot clock. I have no problem with people who play quarters or halves or don't have the shot clock. I think that's what makes, first of all, our country great, but I think that's what makes high school basketball is everybody can kind of do something a little bit different. That's okay. It's maybe the teacher and me. We don't all have to do the exact same thing at the exact same time in the exact same box. But don't let high school basketball become what education has become, where everyone is vanilla and everyone has to do the exact same thing. I think that's a downfall of our society, and that's not good for anybody. There's my rant. This is obviously my topic idea. You can tell.
I'm going to say that it's not as good. And I just, in regards, I think we have some better players, but I think we don't have as good as teams overall from top to bottom.
Well, that's a good idea. That's a good point.
And I also think that kids get sick of it. So I don't think it means as much as it did 15, 20 years ago.
It's
So
burnt out. They're definitely burnt out. They're definitely burnt out. That was another great decision I made with my son is I did not push. And he still loves the game that I love. Obviously, I love it. I've done it for my entire life.
Right.
He doesn't like, I say, hey, let's go to the gym. He goes, all right, yeah, let's go. If I had have pushed him when he was 7, I don't know if he'd be still doing it with me. But he still loves it. It's still something he has passion about.
And I don't know if it's a status thing in regards to high school. I just don't feel like there's a commitment for people to come out and watch people play anymore. That's one of my biggest concerns. I don't know if it's like that in the Madison area, but when I go to high school games, I don't feel like the attendance is where it should be for a lot of these high school games.
Well, I think part of the issue is they're building these big facilities too. So I'm not sure attendance has gone down that much in the last 20 years. I'm blessed that I play in the largest division in Wisconsin, and our gym is probably one of the smaller gyms in that division. So, we can comfortably hold, 1,200 to 1,300, 1,500 maybe. So on a Tuesday when we get 1,000 people there, it feels full. But then you go to these new facilities like Some Prairie, who holds like 3,000, and you put 1,000 in there, it feels empty. Your facility,
I don't know. Maybe
your
that's
facility's huge. Your gym's bigger than our gym for capacity.
Ours is huge. Our gym is huge.
Right.
But a lot of the gyms in our even in our conference now are just ginormous, and it doesn't feel
right.
It doesn't feel as good.
And it's an economic issue. Like we have a field house which has 4 courts where our freshmen play. They have Phi-Ed, and then we have our main gym where, in retro, if money was no option, that's what the new schools should do. They should have a spectator gym
and a field house.
And which feels like Cameron Indoor at Duke, and then they should have a used facility that has a track, that. In the ideal world, that's what they should do, because it would make it. First of all, it's a home court advantage. I'm telling you right now, our gym's a home court advantage, just because it's so small. It's like, nothing else is. Everything else feels big at this point. We are us and East are the small ones.
My other thing would be, do you feel that we almost become monotonous of like a lot of the same teams are running the same stuff? I feel like I'm watching a lot of everybody do the same stuff. Like it's becoming more and more a lack of creativity.
Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying the podcast. There's 3 things you can do to help us out. First one is you can go over and subscribe and like, and make sure you leave a review. We love those reviews. They're really important on iTunes or wherever you listen to these podcasts. Also, you can go down and click down below on our Amazon link. It's www.teachhoops.com/Amazon. That way, anytime you're shopping, if you have it bookmarked, we get a small little commission, and it helps us keep the lights on here, basically the hosting fees. You can also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Great resources. You can also go over to our YouTube channel. Just type in Teach Hoops, 2 different words, and you'll find thousands and thousands of videos. So that's one way for us to be able to help you moving forward. All right, enjoy the podcast. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've never been in that camp, but yeah, I think that's what we were talking about before with that trickle down effect, kind of from the pro game and the collegiate game. We said maybe 5 ball screens the entire game, but everyone seems to be setting ball screens now. So it's fine. If you got Kevin Durant coming off your ball screen, it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I just think I'm just worried what it's going to look like in 20 years. I'm hoping it's just me just being an old fart. But high school athletics was, is literally the pinnacle, in my opinion, of pure athletics in our society.
Right.
And I'm not. I see it dwindling. I do.
My biggest concern that it'll move to like clubs, and it'll be, I don't know. It makes me nervous because it's such a staple in a community, especially even in Madison community, like watching when you guys went to state when I was still in high school. watching your student section and being Madison so big, but that sense of, wow, it's just everything at that point, that feel like, I feel like it's losing that pizzazz a little bit right now. And that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, it does. The big schools need it more than the small schools in some respects, because it builds community at that point. But no, I mean, I think it's fun. I mean, I don't think I don't know necessarily if the game's played any better. I think there's better players for sure.
My other question would be, there's people out there, maybe they can respond in the show notes, is like, what's the status of girls basketball in their state? Our numbers are continually dwindling in Wisconsin. I mean, we're enrollment of almost 1,200 kids, and we only have 2 teams of girls, I mean, I thought that was a problem just when I was at a smaller school being the head coach.
Right.
I mean, the numbers were really getting small, but like, it seems like it's dwindling everywhere in every sport. So, and more than ever, it's been such an embrace for the female athletes. I'm wondering what's going on. Is it specialization? Is it a lack of interest? Or maybe they do too much specialization by the time they get to high school, they're done with it, or they're, I don't know.
Right.
I'd be interested to see what other people's point of view on the side of girls, because I feel like boys numbers are still very good with most programs that I've been around and seeing, but girls continue to dwindle.
Right, and I think there's other sports pulling them too.
Right.
It's that book range. My brother just read that too. It's like that book range. It's like, specialization is not the answer when they're young. And
nope.
And I'm going to tell parents, anybody that's listening to this, you're guessing. To be honest with you, you're probably guessing which sport your kid's going to be best at. They tend to move toward what you do.
Right.
I can say that from Mike's son. He's probably playing volleyball and basketball because I did, and that's what I know. I don't know. Maybe he'd have been a better golfer. So in retrospect, maybe I should have given him more options. Next life, I'll do that. All right. Anything else, Coach?
No. Big question of the day today, full time out, is biggest practice pet peeve. What drives you the most in practice that gets you irritated?
I can only pick one.
One.
On the biggest scale, it'd be anybody that shows up late, because being late is.
That was mine too.
Being late is probably, but the next one is so if I can't have, if you're taking late, then I would take either effort or pouting.
Sulking. I hate sulkers.
Sulking I love my upcoming point guard. He a little pit bull, and him and I are going to go at it. I know we're going to go at it, but he knows I love him, but we're going to go at it. And I can actually take that a little bit better than the pouting. Because I know that's going to help me in the game time with a little attitude.
That's sometimes just passion. That's
passion. It's passion. It's teenage boys, hormones.
Yeah. I'd rather deal with that than sulking.
It's I'm not playing enough. I'm not, look at me pout. It's like literally the problem is they don't realize that I have no time for pouters.
But what is your, for time, what drives me nuts is guys getting in the gym. If the practice starts at 10 and they're rolling in at 9:58 on a,
you're late.
That drives me nuts. I hate that.
You're late.
You should be at least 10 to 15 minutes early.
You're late.
There's no excuse.
It's Lambo time, baby. We've talked about you're late.
Yes.
If you're 2 minutes before, you're late.
I lose a lot of respect for people when they're not.
And you know what? And my kids are probably a little different as far as socioeconomic. And I've had some kids literally walking in a snowstorm because the bus isn't there and they can't get.
You got to learn. You got to learn your kids.
Totally get that. But on a normal day when the weather's good and blah, 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 then I blame all the other guys. I blame the teammates. Why aren't you, shoot, my son's picking up, he's got a trail he's going. That's your problem. That ain't my problem. I'm telling you when to be there. So yeah, that would, late is definitely my pet peeve. I can't.
All right.
It's a life lesson. Coach. All right, Coach. Thanks. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe and like. I don't talk about my YouTube channel a lot, but go over and check out our YouTube channel at Teach Hoops on YouTube. Subscribe, like there. That would be great. If you really want to help us out, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can click down the Amazon link down below, and that basically moves you toward if you click there first and then go shopping, you won't even notice it, and it basically we get a small little affiliate link every time you purchase something. And the second thing is go join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Talk to you soon.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.